What's going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be doing another overall market update as well as a trading update for me. What stocks did I buy? What stocks did I sell today on the 5th of November in 2018? And we're also going to be talking about some other stocks that I'm watching for the rest of this week and heading off into the middle of November in 2018. So for those of you guys that are new to my channel, my name is Stas, and I make videos dealing with swing trading, day trading, long-term investing, and my personal philosophies and strategies when it comes down to investing and trading in the stock market. So for those of you guys that want to learn more about that, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram as well as on Twitter, and feel free to join our Discord group chat as well as our Facebook group. All of those are linked down below in the description box. So let's start this video off by talking about the Dow Jones, the S&P, and then the NASDAQ. And just to tell you guys off the top of this video, I'm actually on my hotspot right now on my phone. There's something wrong with my Wi-Fi. I've been actually trying to record this video for the past 20 minutes, but my Wi-Fi has just not been connecting. So if this is a little bit laggy, you know, it's because I'm on my hotspot, and I'm just warning you guys right now. You know, pretty much in the beginning of this video, that. So, okay, so let's talk about the Dow Jones first, the S&P, and then the NASDAQ. So, you know, right off the bat, guys, we've been talking about this channel that the overall markets have been trading in. And this is the channel that I've drawn out here by these two red trend lines right here that we clearly see. And if you guys want to draw out channels on your Thinkorswim platform, make sure to come up here, click drawings, go to drawing tools, and then go to these two parallel lines right here, and it should say channel. You click that, you can click here, you know, drag. Let's see if it can work. You can click here, click again, then drag and make whatever channel you guys want to. And so make those channels, guys, and use them to your advantage. So the overall markets today, guys, were green, right? We had a very solid day in terms of the markets, and we see here the Dow Jones is up 190 points, about 0.76% at the close of the market. And what do we notice here, guys? We notice that the Dow Jones bottomed out at about $24,500. That was the new lower low, which pretty much, you know, configured the channel that we've been trading in for the past couple of weeks down here. So we bounced from there, shot up, had a red day this past Friday, but we bounced here, which was a lower, a higher low from the previous low here, meaning that we could potentially either be reversing in price now that we had another green day, or we're going to get rejected here by the resistance point at the top of the channel tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be a very interesting day throughout the markets. I know I've been saying this the past couple of videos, but it's the truth, guys. The markets as a whole, they've been very funky over the past couple of weeks, and they haven't really identified a clear-cut direction. Although we are downtrending, that is pretty clear-cut, but in terms of a reversal, it's not really clear-cut whatsoever. So what we are waiting for a reversal pattern in the overall markets is to see if we're able to break out of this channel that we have here drawn out by these trend lines. And if we're able to break out of here, guys, and especially above the 50 and the 180 SMA, I think that's going to be a fantastic sign that the overall markets are reversing. But, you know, as of now, guys, it's still trading in that channel. So tomorrow, just keep an eye on where we're pushing. Are we going to have another green day tomorrow, which is going to be a very good sign for the large cap stocks, pretty much for the bull ETFs out there as well? Or are we going to get rejected? Are we going to push down in price, which is going to open up a ton of opportunity for DRIP, TVIX, and a bunch of other bear ETFs that we talk about on this channel? So looking over here to the S&P, guys, pretty much the same thing. So we noticed that we made a higher low in terms of here, and we can see that from the previous low, right? But we are still trading in this downwards trending channel. So as of now, the S&P is still technically downtrending. And today, we noticed that it had a 15-point increase, up about 0.56%. And, you know, just like the Dow Jones, guys, tomorrow is going to be a very big deciding factor on the overall direction of the entire market if we're able to break out of this resistance point. And, you know, we're looking like, guys, at this point, we're slowly starting to peak up above here. So keep an eye on those futures tomorrow. Pre-market hours, keep an eye on what those Dow Jones, S&P, and NASDAQ futures are looking like. Let's say we're up big, 100 points on the Dow Jones. Let's say, for an example, 200 points on the Dow Jones pre-market hours. This is going to be a very, very good sign that we're headed out of that channel. So keep an eye on that for all you guys out there. So S&P up 15 points. Pretty solid day. So the NASDAQ today, guys, took a beating early on because Apple was actually selling off pretty aggressively, you know, pre-market hours heading into the market open today. And we're going to talk a little bit about Apple later on in this video. But I don't have a channel drawn out here, but I'll draw the channel out very quickly for you all. So take a look at this, guys. This one is still trading in that downwards trending channel. So, you know, we got rejected actually today, or a couple of days back actually, at the top of this channel. We've been pushing down, and, you know, this one's actually at a further below point, you know, a further, I can't explain it. What am I trying to say here, guys? We notice that the Dow Jones and the S&P are at the top of the resistance, right near the resistance. We're kind of a little bit below the resistance on the NASDAQ, and that's mostly due to Apple, actually, to be completely honest, because Apple has a heavy weight in the NASDAQ, and you know, that's pretty much sent down the NASDAQ as a whole, since Apple has been selling off pretty aggressively over the past couple of trading days. So that's what we're looking at, guys. We are at very critical points in the overall markets right now. And again, just to really dig this into your brains, guys, make sure to keep an eye on this channel tomorrow. Let's see if we're going to break out of here, because that's going to be a huge reversal pattern in terms of the overall market. And then we'll be able to play, you know, the big name, large cap stocks for pretty solid day trades if we do have a good green day tomorrow, and potentially enter some swing positions. So that's what we're looking at in terms of the overall market. Now, to get into what I personally did today, guys, my trading day was not so great today. I actually ended up pretty flat on the entire day. I took about 3 trades today. I took a loss, cut my losses on 2 of these trades, and I ended up taking a very tiny, really minimal profit on the first trade that I took today, and that was in Apple, guys, AAPL. So I was looking for a bounce back play today in Apple, and I'm going to show you guys where I ended up getting into Apple and just taking that very small profit. So pre-market hours, we noticed Apple was selling off. That's pretty much, again, why the NASDAQ was selling off pretty heavily early on in the day. And then we took a very big dump in Apple, about $6 dump from 204 all the way to 198. So I was looking for a little recovery play right here. So I actually ended up getting into Apple as we broke above this 50 SMA. And I was talking about that over there in the Discord group chat, and I talk about all the different positions I'm trading in that chat. So make sure, again, get in there, link down below in the description box. But I pretty much started scaling in here at about $200.30, added a little bit more at $200.50, and then pretty much rode it out as it double topped up here. We noticed it topped off here. All the signs were looking good here, guys. You know, we were popping up higher low here, you know, higher high, and then we double topped here, meaning that we had a resistance point here that pretty much rejected the price of Apple. Then we shot down, broke below the EMA and you know, the 150 and the 50 SMA, and I ended up just taking, again, a very minimal profit, like very small profit, literally like 0.2% or something like that. Very small in Apple at about $201.10. I just took my profits as we dipped a little bit below this support point here. So literally, guys, my average cost on Apple was probably like about $200.45 or something like that. $200.40. Ended up taking literally a very tiny profit on Apple right here, and that's my only winning trade of the day. To be honest, like, I really didn't have too great of a trading day today. And now to talk about my 2 trades that I took that I actually ended up losing some money. Actually, let's save DGAS for the last one, because I do want to get into deeper depth on what's going on right now with natural gas, DGAS, and UGAS, because that was a ridiculous move today in the stock market, as I'm sure a bunch of you guys actually saw that for yourselves. But let's talk about TVIX and my logic behind my trade on TVIX and where I ended up cutting my losses, where I got in, etc. So TVIX, guys, I was playing this one due to the double top we saw in the markets earlier on. So we noticed this resistance point I have drawn out here. I pretty much got into TVX because we got rejected by the market. I believe it was right around here. So we got the double top here in the market. We noticed that very clearly. We started to push down, then I ended up taking a position in TVIX. I don't really remember how it correlated over to the major indexes that we talk about, but I believe it was right around here. I ended up taking a position in TVIX, and that ended up being at about $46 and I believe 60-ish cents. Yeah, I pretty much got in right around here, guys, $46.60, and you guys see how that went from there, right? So I cut my losses. I didn't lose really anything, like about 1%. I lost money, but I cut my losses, and that's why it's very important to have a stop loss set. So I pretty much just got in at $46.60, and then I ended up just cutting my losses. I believe it was at about like $46.14, I believe I had my stop loss. And if we see how much I lost in terms of that exactly, like about 1%, right? So I had my stop loss set at about 1%, and when it comes down to these different ETFs that I trade on this channel, you know, they're leveraged ETFs. They move very quickly, so I tend to have tighter stop losses on those ETFs. So 1% loss on this TVIX trade. Let me just quickly plug in my laptop. But, you know, I learned from my mistake. I cut my losses. Let's say I didn't cut my losses, guys. I would be down a ton if I held through $44, right? I would be down 5%. So that is just a lesson to all you out there that you should just set your stop losses and lose as little money as possible, because that's what longevity in the stock market, especially trading, is all about. So TVIX, 1% loss there. Not too mad about that because I set the stop loss. You know, I learned from that. So DGAS is another one that I was trying to play today. So very big dump on DGAS. This is mostly due to colder weather expected over the next couple of months. I've been hearing this around, you know, just everywhere lately, guys, that we're supposed to have one of the coldest winters we've had in a long time. So this is what sent up, you know, one of the reasons that threw up, you know, natural gas up a ton of money today. If we look at natural gas, you know, this one shot up literally from about $3. I believe it closed at about like $3.30 on Friday, and it shot up about 27 cents, guys, all the way up to $3.57. And that is what ended up shooting down DGAS about 25%. And why I was trading this one today, and I'm going to explain to you guys my trade. I'm sure you saw the channel that I drew out here on natural gas. And please, I hope this loads, because again, I'm on my hotspot. Please load. Come on, don't screw me now. There we go. It's hearing me, guys. It's hearing me. So you see this channel that I have drawn out here? So it was playing out very nicely in this channel earlier on in the day. And I actually jumped the gun a little bit, got into DGAS as natural gas was right here, expecting for it to pull back here at a resistance point at the top of this channel. But it ended up not working out. So I got in here at about, let's say, what was this, 2 o'clock? Perfect. So let's see where DGAS was at about 2 o'clock. I believe that was at a decent dip buy at about 2 o'clock. Yeah, I pretty much got in here, I believe, at around like $10.80-ish cents. Ended up cutting my losses at about $10.60, I believe 65 cents. So what was that at? About 1% stop loss? Yeah, this one is a little bit less of a tight stop loss than TVIX. I think I put this one at about like 1.3%, but you know, ended up losing about 1.3% on that trade. So, you know, overall today, guys, in terms of my trading, I was down about a total of, what was that, like 2.3%, and I only gained about like 0.33%, something like that on the Apple trade. So not too great of a day for me today, guys. Let me know how you did down below in the description box, or not the description box, the comment section. Let me know what you guys have been trading. So what stocks am I going to be watching for the rest of this week? I think the weed stocks right now are very interesting and at a very interesting point. So let's take a look over here at these weed stocks, at the ones that I'm particularly looking at. So CGC, guys, look at this 180 chart. This is looking absolutely beautiful. So this one pretty much, you know, the previous resistance at about $32 became a new support level, which is a very, very good sign. We noticed it bounced at about $32. That's a previous resistance point. So now that we see the break above the 50 SMA, and we've been having strong days in CGC and in the overall pot stocks in general, because we noticed the top or the low at about 32. It's up about a nice chunk of percentage points, about 20%, guys, from about $32 in the past couple of days, with a 7.9% day today. So what I'm going to be waiting for, guys, in these wheat stocks is a little pullback, because we do see it's up 8%. I want to see if I can get in on a pullback, and I'm interested in swing trading these wheat stocks, especially CGC. And let's take a look at some other ones. I think Cron is at a good point right now. You know, pretty much all of them are looking like this. They're all at dip buys. They're all on nice recovery patterns. They're all about to break above their SMA indicators, or they've already broken above their SMA indicators, which is a very good sign of a reversal in a stock. So CGC, guys, Cron, I think Aurora. Aurora's at a good point right now as well. Please don't freeze. Oh my God. No. But anyway, guys, if this doesn't load up, you know, Aurora is at a good point. Just take my word on that. Take a look at it on your Think or Swim platform. You know, Tilray, I don't really like Tilray because I think it's very, very overvalued. You know, a bunch of these stocks are overvalued. CGC being my favorite one. And like if you were to be like, yo, Stas, pick one for your long-term portfolio, I would probably pick Canopy Growth Company. But, you know, take a look at these different ones. You know, take a look at Tilray, CGC, Aurora, and then take a look at, what's it called, Aphria as well. So those are the wheat stocks I'm looking at, and I really do apologize, guys, that this is not loading up. My Wi-Fi is screwed right now. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, in the meantime, I'm just going to finish off the video here. So take a look at the wheat stocks, guys. Take a look at those channels in the overall markets. Are we going to break out of that resistance point at pretty much where we are right now in the overall markets? And if we do, guys, the large cap stocks are going to be fantastic plays, as well as, you know, the bull ETFs. And let's say we get rejected at the resistance, start to push down. It's going to be the opposite. We're going to be playing TVIX. We're going to be playing, you know, the bear ETFs that we always talk about on this channel. And we're going to be pretty much playing stocks that go up, or ETFs that go up when the overall markets are selling off. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, join the Discord, and join the Facebook. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.